The American dream will always be the human dream. To own something, to build a life, that will always build value and self-worth for yourself. So don't think too much and just enjoy the journey in building your life for you and your family. I'll be back in about an hour. Ooh. It is hot, hot, hot. What's that?
Looks like you actually do stuff.
So we have a signing at 2 o'clock. I let them know the cameras come in so they won't get too nervous. And you guys get to meet them and celebrate with them as we welcome them to their new home. And it's about an hour for a signing. And your hand usually hurts afterwards as a buyer because you have a lot of loan docs to sign. But that's it. So introduce you guys to them here in a bit. All right, so at this signing, it's Carlos and Nykita. It's a really fun journey for them because I started, Carlos was a friend and he was renting from us. And from there, we just started talking about buying and then the benefits of buying. But then as life happens, he got a significant other and was planning a marriage, a wedding, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff's super expensive. But it was just part of him building this life. And literally, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years it's been that we've been talking about this. And he's been super smart about everything, responsible, lining up all his ducks in a row. And what was amazing was that when he did finally go out and start looking for houses, house hunting, because he had everything lined up and because he had been planning for so long, we got a super good deal. So he was pre-qualified, ready to go, and he was ready to move as soon as he found the opportunity for him to get a good deal. We jumped on it, put in a nice offer, and got it for less than it was worth. They paid his closing cost. It appraised for way higher than we got the house for. I mean, just everything went well. And now we're about to sign. It still will take a couple days for us to fund and then record, but in just a couple days he'll be a homeowner that we've been planning for the last few years, and it's so exciting for me to see that journey from just kind of talking about it and then years and years later making all the right moves, making it happen, and making it happen in such a perfect way for them. So I'm really excited for them, and this is a good one for me. All right. Hello.
How are you?
Good. Got a 2 p.m. signing. Cool. We'll be back.
Excited for the house?
Yes.
Good.
So excited.
Ready to get in there?
Yes.
There was a last second, we were trying to change the home warranty. Do we know if that happened or not? I'm trying to add the numbers together.
I can ask Becky real quick. I'm not sure, but I can go next door real quick and ask her. Every year goes into your escrow account, just so that it's ready for when that time comes to pay out. It's not going to be zero balance. Good luck.
Snap, quick pick.
Yeah. Stay hydrated.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just falls off. Typically doesn't just fall off because you usually have appreciation faster, so you have to call and make sure it gets done. So you can remove that faster, that payment. So we'll just keep in touch over the next couple of years, and once you have that value, we'll work we'll start talking about the process of maybe getting that removed early. So you're going to get another bank that's going to say, hey, we own the loan now, and you're going to be making a payment to them. Does that make sense? Yeah. It could be Wells Fargo, it could be Chase, it could be anybody. So just kind of keep an eye out for that to come in the mail.
Is that typical? Or?
Yes. Oh. Well, because they're brokers. So they get the loan approved and then they sell it to banks. That's kind of how they work. And then you pay the bank who facilitates it. Exactly. So you don't own the house until we record. So we're going to do the walkthrough Thursday. Make sure that's all kosher. If it's not, make sure it gets done. And then they're going to fund the loan, and then they're going to record the loan. Once it's recorded, I can give you the keys. And you're happy homeowners.
How long does it, like with the whole process of them forwarding the loan to another bank, how long does that take typically? Like, is that going to be right away or later on?
Sometimes it's done before you even record.
Okay.
Other times it takes a month.
Gotcha.
It just depends on what package, because they sell packages to banks. So that's one of like 100 loans that they're selling to a bank. Once that package is like finished and full and they sell it off, that's when it gets transferred. Most likely, okay, so if the walkthrough goes good and we don't have any issues with that, that's the only thing I could foresee holding things up, is that the repairs aren't done right. If there's no issues there, I should be able to meet you Friday evening to give you the keys.
Okay, that's cool.
Nobody knows how the story ends. Live the day, do what you can. This is only where it began. Nobody knows how the story ends. Nobody knows how the story ends.
Back to its original condition. So if you can call and let me know when that can be done and maybe how your sellers are going to take care of it, so that we can close on time and everything tomorrow. So appreciate it, and I'll be waiting for your call. Thanks. Bye. As far as progressing, that's going to be your decision. If this is like, no, I want them to fix this before we close, what we would do is we would actually pause funding, but that means we might close it a couple days late, or it would be a risk. We can just close and hope that they do it. It's completely your guys' call, and it's something you could think about, because we're waiting for their response anyways.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's one thing, because it's one thing if it's like, if it was in that condition when we first saw the house, it's like, oh, we'll have to look at that. And then the inspection would have came along.
Right.
It would have been like, that pool is really dirty.
Right.
So then we would have made that a priority for them. But now it's like the inspection passed.
Well, what it boils down to is contractual, and contractually the house is supposed to be in the same condition as when you went under contract.
Yeah.
And that's a swamp. That's not just like dirty.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That shit's green, dude.
So
and you can see all the algae on the wall.
Yeah. So it would be their responsibility to fix that. All right, guys, so this was a prime example of why it's very important to do a final inspection, which is a final walkthrough. So you walk through the whole house, checking to make sure that everything is in substantially the same condition as to when you first bought the house or you first went under contract. Some people will waive that and they won't even do the final walkthrough, but there's definitely things you're checking. You're checking that they've done all the repairs that they said they were going to do. And think about it, they've lived in this house for 4 to 6 weeks after you last saw the house. So as people are living, they can cause damage. Their kids could make a mess on the carpet. You want to make sure that the house is in the same condition as when you last saw it, and that's the main reason why you want to do your final walkthrough. It's very, very important, and I would not skip it. Before you close, you have a lot more leverage because they want to close their house, they want their money. So by saying, well, we're not going to close until you fix that, they're going to be a lot more motivated. So it's really just kind of your call. Like if you're like, no, we want to get into the house, we don't want to wait, we can do that, but then there's a little more risk in, okay, where's their motivation to get it fixed? And then your only recourse, if they don't do it, would be to sue them and make them do it. And then that's who really wants to do that.
Yeah.
Who wants to go through that? So just so you kind of know the options. I think that you have a little more leverage because, I don't know your schedule, your plans, but you can kind of wait. You have a place where you can kind of wait and force them to fix it.
Yeah.
But then again,
we were planning on moving from this weekend to next weekend, so it wasn't going to be all at once.
all the great reasons for buying a home will always be the great reasons to buy a home. And to think too much into it as to comparing it to the economy and the recession and values and just overthinking it. The exciting part about buying a house is the journey that you're taking your family on. And the tried and true thought process is that being a homeowner creates a better life for those who do it. So don't think too much about it and just make the decision, because we already know that it's a good thing.